What's up, Zachary High?
I'm Alexis Daigle.
And I'm Jaden Bessics, and you're watching WZHS. It has been an amazing week on campus.
It sure has. To start off this week's broadcast, let's see what's happening with sports. Here's Kelvin with Behind the Line.
What's up, Zachary High? I'm Kelvin, and you're watching Behind the Line. On September 21st, our Lady Broncos fought a hard game. They did not give up. They gave it their all, and it was a constant back and forth, but unfortunately, they did not come on top. They ended the night off with a score of 3-5. But on a lighter note, last Friday, our football team had a message to give to McKinley. If you missed it, we defeated them with a score of 54-6. To continue the success, our swim team had a great meet. There were multiple personal best times, and the boys even won first place. Congratulations to the following qualifiers: Reese Acord for 100 breast and 500 free, Elvin DeRoche for 100 butterfly and 100 free, and Joseph Johnson for 50 free. And just to put the cherry on top, let's give a big round of applause for Reese Acord for setting a brand new record for 500 free. We are all proud of Reese and are not surprised by his success. But let's see how he felt. My first question, how do you feel about 500 free right now?
I feel like it's not a big surprise based on the work that I've been putting in, but obviously I'm really happy that it happened at our first meet, that I could get that as a great start to the season.
What was your mindset?
Mindset whenever I was swimming was really just focusing on the pacing, because it's a 20-lap race, so if you sprint going out, then gotta play it careful. It's not all it's not just go super fast the whole time. You gotta pay more attention to the little things.
So how did you prepare?
So as far as preparing, I went to some school practices, some other practices. I did some of my own outside of the planned school practices, obviously. And then I started running recently, started doing jump rope, just a lot of cardio, and some like explosive work to help with reaction time.
How does it feel not just a high school record?
It feels really good because I know that if Tristan was still here, he would be very proud, because that was always what Tristan wanted, was for me to start swimming distance. And he always used to mess with me about it, and I'd always be like, nah, distance not for me. But I really feel like I enjoy it now.
Well, thank you for your time. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations again, Reese. Let's shine some light on the cross-country team. They ran all over the McNeese Cowboy Stampede. Congrats to the girls and boys varsity A team. They are the team champions. Cecilia Duggan is the first place winner, and Damian Sprouse is third. For junior varsity, Carrie Yost placed third as well. Congrats to the following additional athletes for finishing in the top 15. Nala Mitchell, Alasia Wolf, Coria Gordon, Anna Melius, Noah McNeely, Max Gennaro, Connor Connigan, Kellen Connigan, and Sebastian Rodrigo. Congrats to both swim and cross country for their stellar performance. The streak of success does not stop there though. Beating Bruley 28-14, our JV football team competed on September 25th. Keep it up, guys. Finally, it was volleyball senior night on September 26th. The following seniors were honored: Remy Quibido, Aubrey Sanders, Emily Montalbano, Nyla Dwyron, and Madeline McPherson. And to put it over the edge, they defeated Southern Lab with a score of 3-0. Coming up, today our football team will face West Monroe. Wish them luck. Then cross country will compete this Saturday, and the swim team will compete Saturday and Sunday. I'm Kelvin, and you just watched Behind the Line. Back to you guys.
You know what, Jaden? I'm really excited for this year's halftime show at the Super Bowl. Usher will be performing. Isn't that exciting?
It really is. Rihanna did so well last year, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it. Well, with more on this topic and much more, here's Cameron McCanlon with this week's Globe Chart.
What's up, Zachary High? I'm Kaylin Washington.
I'm Cameron Houston, and this is Globe Chart, where we travel around the world and explore news. Recently, singer-songwriter Usher announced that he will be headlining the 2024 Super Bowl. He will also be releasing his new album on the day of his highly anticipated performance. The 2024 Super Bowl takes place February 11, 2024 at the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, California. In a press conference, Usher stated, "We've put a lot of thought and creativity into this new album to tell a story that is open to interpretation and will connect with the people in different ways, in hopes that his fans enjoy his new album."
For our next topic, let's go to New York. A bus carrying Farmingdale High School students in New York was involved in a horrific accident last Thursday night. There were 6 buses carrying students to a band camp in Pennsylvania. The first bus crashed down an embankment in the town way beyond, sadly killing Junior Pelletier, the band director, and Beatrice Ferrari, a retired social studies teacher who was serving as a chaperone, and injured many students. A total of 16 students and 2 adults were hospitalized on Friday, but are expected to recover, according to the superintendent of Farmingdale Schools.
Next, let's go to Singapore. A couple complained that their flight was ruined by a farting and snorting emotional assistant dog. The New Zealand couple Jill and Warren Press were given $1,410 by Singapore Airlines because of the incident. The dog belonged to another passenger, and the couple had to sit by the dog in premium economy for 13 long hours on their flight from Paris to Singapore. The couple wasn't bothered by the fact that they had to sit by a dog, but they felt they should have been warned before the plane took off. Mrs. Press stated that the dog drooled on her husband's leg and stunk up the plane.
For our last topic, let's go to Utah. On Sunday, NASA's first asteroid samples fetched from deep space landed in the Utah desert. The small capsule landed intact, keeping the 4.5 billion-year-old samples from the asteroid known as Bennu uncontaminated. On Monday, the sample canister was flown to NASA's Johnson Space Center in Houston, where it will be opened in a new specially designed lab. Well, that's all for this week's Globetrot.
See you next week to explore more news around the world.
What's up, Zachary? I'm Jaden Bessix with this week's Bronco Minute. This week around campus, it's been very busy. There's been a lot going on. To start things off, let's jump over to Mr. Vivella and his Neuron project. The project was based around the nervous system and the brain. We have anywhere between 100 to 150 billion neurons firing throughout our brain, brainstem, spinal cord, and the nervous system at all times. The assignment was to draw the neuron, label its parts, and then define the functions of each part. In Ag Science 2, students have just begun the process of producing their very own gardens. Keep in mind that this is only the first of many processes to come. Stay tuned as we will go through each process as the gardens continue to progress.
So I'm Miss Harper, and this is my honors geometry class. We are doing an activity today to solidify the students' knowledge on transformations. So basically what they're doing is they're taking all these cards and they're taking all the relationships between them in the figures that have been transformed and trying to figure out what relationships all these graphs have. And so they're not really told where to start and they're not really told where to stop. They just have to figure out where to lay them out so that they know that all the relationships that have happened between all these graphs.
This year we started a new initiative, a uniform initiative with all of our cadets. Our first year cadets, formerly known as LET-1s, which stands for Leadership, Education, and Training 1s. Our first year cadets have been outfitted with coyote colored boots, green socks, a pair of OCP pants, which stands for Operational Camouflage Pants, or our traditional camouflage that I'm wearing today, a coyote colored belt, and then they've also been issued the standard United States Army physical fitness black t-shirt that has the word Army in yellow on the top. And then they've also been issued the standard Bronco Battalion PT shirt / spirit shirt for this school year. The LET-2s, which are the sophomores, traditionally 3s, the juniors, and the 4s. LET-4s are our senior cadets. They are in the traditional standard Army JRTC uniform that we're accustomed to seeing from previous years. So during the summer months, when it's still warm, they will wear the short sleeve shirt, which we call the Class B uniform with the blue trousers. And then as we get later into the fall and the weather starts to turn cooler, they will transition to the standard Class A uniform, which is the full blue coat worn with the necktie for young men and then the neck tab worn for young ladies. Additionally, later on this fall, all cadets will receive the OCP uniform, and you will see them every other Wednesday switch back and forth between the standard Class B/Class A to the operational camouflage pattern uniform.
In anatomy, Mr. McHugh's class is working on pig anatomy. Dissecting the skin of a fetal pig helps the students understand the structure and the function of the skin in detail. It is also a valuable educational experience that promotes a deeper understanding of anatomy, scientific thinking, and teamwork, while preparing students for future academic and professional endeavors. Well, Broncos, I'm Jaden Bessix, and that finishes this week's Bronco Minute.
September is Suicide Prevention Month, and we're here to show you that even the smallest things
And give a person a purpose and reason to live.
So for the past week, we chatted up with a few of our fellow students and faculty and asked them what made them happy. Here's what they had to say.
Something small that makes me happy is CC's coffee or Starbucks coffee. That makes me happy every day.
Something small that makes me happy is theater.
I really like whenever people just give out random compliments.
Collecting shoes.
Something small that makes me happy is just genuine effort, a heart desire to do something because you want to do it, not because somebody else is making you do it, because you truly want to do something. And that's, of course, good things. But it's, I think, a small thing to me that you really want to do something good more than somebody's making you do something good.
What makes me happy? If you pan around and take a look, this is what makes me happy. When you have everyone on one accord, students out here at lunch enjoying themselves, no bickering, no fighting, but togetherness. That makes me happy.
I would say music. All genres. I'm really eclectic when it comes to music, but it always brightens my day and makes me feel better. So I would say music.
Candy from the gas station.
Something small that makes me happy is when I wake up in the morning and feel a cool breeze.
Makes me happy is when people open the door, because sometimes it's kind of hard to get the door open, hold it, and go through with a big suitcase.
Something small that makes me happy is food. I love food, and I will eat anything that is handed to me.
Writing.
Flipping. Something that makes me happy is my god sister.
Theater, because I make lots of friends and I get to do something that I enjoy with people that I enjoy.
Something small that makes me happy is when people will just like open up the door for me or something.
I think these Skittles, the purple bag of Skittles, is something that means a lot to me. One, they're good, and two, they're purple. I like purple.
A small thing that makes me happy is getting my nails done. It makes me feel pretty and petite, even though I'm 6 foot tall.
I like spending time with my friends after school.
My dog. I have a dog. She's about this big. Her name is Ladybug. And though she is very small, she's got a lot of love. And so she makes me super happy, especially when I wake up in the morning, because she always begs for treats as soon as I get up. So, my little dog, Ladybug.
The little things that make me happy. Seeing kids in the hallway, giving high five, fist bumps, the head nod, all that just makes my day.
Mustard. I love putting mustard on like everything. Mustard is so good, dude. If y'all don't like mustard, something wrong with y'all, but that's not the point. It just really makes me happy, and it makes me feel comfort. It's a comfort food, basically.
Something small that makes me happy is just watching soccer. Raising canes.
Helping others, having spiritual humility, and having empathy towards any situation in my life, and therefore that's what I think makes me a great teacher here for my students at Zachary High School.
What makes me happy is waking up every day in the morning and be able to come to school.
Yep.
On October 5th in the PE gym, Zachary High will be hosting a blood drive with Oxner from 8 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. It is important that you donate if you can, because it can save many lives. You must be 16 years or older to participate. Any Bronco who participates will receive a blood donor t-shirt and a cord for graduation.
Well, Broncos, that concludes this week's broadcast. But before we go, here's a few announcements for this weekend.
This Saturday, JRTC will travel to Port Hudson Historical Trail where they will help clean up the trail and surrounding areas.
Also, our swim team will travel to Crawfish Aquatics where they will participate in a cluster meet.
Lastly, Cross Country will travel to Highland Road Park for their SJA Invitational Meet.
That's all for the announcements for this weekend. We hope you guys enjoyed this week's broadcast.
I'm Alexis Daigle.
And I'm Jaden Bessics, and we will see you guys next week on WZHS.